Hi,
Hi, how are you?
good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Sorry about last week. My week got away from me.
You're good. I think I'm doing most of the things right now. It's just like a couple of things I'm still having trouble with. So let me share. Has work been for you like pretty? It's still going on in
Yeah,
Toronto.
it's
You're in
crazy.
Canada, right?
Yeah, we're construction, because of the winters we have in Canada, a lot of construction takes off in June.
Oh, okay.
So we have 5 projects starting construction like right now, and then we have a couple more that are starting construction in the next few months. So it's a little bit insane right now.
So does your firm draw all the construction drawings for what's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do all design and construction, everything.
Oh,
So
okay.
all the way through. So we typically do construction administration through the construction process and all that. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's good because we can see stuff through, but it's also pretty complicated. And we actually do some construction drawings for other companies as well. So yeah, it's all over the place. So
Well, thank you for taking your time.
no problem.
So So I was able to get like the reinforcing and fix the walls and things like that and add the shaft wall.
Okay.
I was just copying and pasting it. Like I didn't go to modify like from my other Revit file. Like I wasn't clicking modify. That's why. But I just had a question. So down here I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So because I was trying to create the key footing. So this is my like floor slab. I don't know if this is by accident placed over
Yeah, it
there.
looks like that shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there more than one there, or is there just one? There's just one. So you'll
Oh,
probably want to create the footing um, based on that concrete column. So this,
I think the footing is there.
it's free. My computer's
So I
free.
wasn't sure because behind this is like, um, so there's this footing over here, the 84 by 84. And then if I like, behind that is the smaller footing.
Yeah.
So I should create the key foot and then this is a floor slab. So should I create the key footing on the floor slab or this 36?
So the first thing is you want those footings to likely be below the floor. So your footings, so your wall should actually go down 4 to 6 inches, depending on the thickness of your floor.
Oh, okay. So this.
Yeah, so that will go down below the floor.
Okay, so I think this floor is 6 inches. So all the walls would go.
Yeah, go down below that, and then that way your footings won't stick up into the floor.
Okay, then let me just
And then all of your concrete, all of these guys right here, they'll go down 6 inches as well.
okay.
So you can actually, in that same view, you can right click and select all instances in project too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you right click on that, yeah. Select all instances and
an entire project. Okay. And then this one.
-6, yeah. Yeah, and then your big footing, there's a couple different ways to address the big footing. Probably the best way is to right click on the big footing, and go to override graphics and view and go by element. So we want to turn the transparency to 100%. And then click OK. So now you'll see your little footing in there.
Okay.
And then what I would do is make the little footing dotted lines. So if you just go override by line work, this button here, and select hidden line. Yep. And then click all these lines of the footing. Yeah.
And this one as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and that way you can see that there's something beyond, but it's not obstructing the view. And it looks like, I don't know if these big footings are attached to the column or not, but I guess they didn't, looks like they didn't lower with the column. So maybe select all these instances. Select all the instances of the footing.
Oh.
And
So you want me to select
yeah, I wonder, I guess it's not letting you do that.
an entire project, right?
Yeah. And then make those -6 inches.
Okay. Okay.
And
This
then
wall, is it okay?
Your floor would be on the inside of the wall.
If I go to,
So if you did pick wall, you should be able to just click this little arrow button there. So click one of those lines and then push that button there, yeah.
oh, okay, cool.
And then it should move them in. Yeah, now it should move them, yeah, move them all. Okay, cool.
And what does this column mean?
It's just asking if you want to join the geometry. I think for best practices right now, your default answer should be no.
No, okay.
Just because I don't know, like you need to know exactly what you're joining.
Okay.
If you don't know, it could screw things up. Yeah, there's.
Okay, and now I can make the footing over here. I'm just trying to think how I did it last time. Did a structure. Is it rebar?
Yep.
And then sketch.
What shape are you trying to draw right now?
Like on the video it was just like a backward upside down trapezoid.
Oh, the key. So
yeah.
for a key, you want to do that as hit the exit button there. So the key is not reinforcing. Click the X button up on the top here. And so I think there's a couple different ways to do that. Probably the best way is to go into view.
Oh, sorry. Do you know how to remove the top part of
There should be an arrow. There should be an arrow that lets you push it up.
Lets you push it off. Okay, that'll work. So view.
And then go to cut profile on the left. And then click that. And then draw.
Oh, and then,
yeah.
just like 2 inches. And should I move the I have to add rebar down here as well, right?
Yeah, so you just probably want to move that rebar down. I guess ideally what you probably want to do with this is you want to show that rebar should be like come all the way down to the bottom of the footing.
This one?
Yeah, both of them. They're probably down, yeah, somewhere. No, keep them in the small part here because it looks like we should have done the reverse. I think this big column should have dotted lines, or
On
yeah,
this one should have been solid.
yeah, I think that's just the way we're cutting through it right now. So let's click this big footing for a second and go to override graphics and view. Little paintbrush.
Oh.
By element. And let's change the cut pattern to be solid white. So just change the pattern there and make it solid fill, and then change the color to white. And then click OK. And then
can you re-change like the line for this? Or?
Yeah, you can go back to by category. Yeah, click all those lines. One thing I think we'll do is go back to your level 1, your level 0 for a second. Go to where your section is, and let's move your section so it's right here. Yeah, there you go. That'd be better.
Okay, yeah, that would be much easier.
And then yeah, and then this shows as just a line outside.
Oh, would I have to remake this then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, this one, and then to make that again, I would go into cut right here.
View.
What is it? Sorry.
View.
View, and then cut profile.
And then go to modify. I guess the other thing you could do is do a cut profile for the wall as well. That might be a better way to do it. So go to do cut profile again, under view. And do the profile for the wall now. Yeah. And you can just click pick line. And click the check mark. And zoom out there for a second. Why is it not letting? Okay, so let's go to modify for a second. Click override line work. And let's go to invisible lines.
Okay.
And let's click that line and make it invisible.
Yeah. And then I just have to add, let me see this. I have to add rebar down here real quick.
Yeah.
Structure, rebar. How would I know like this? Oh, this is just fixed, and then if I go my 3, would I have to extend?
Those hooks look like they're already extended down in there.
Okay. Because now I just wanted to copy and paste it to each side, each wall.
Mhm.
So would I have to like select each one of this and then rotate it?
Mirror it probably. It's probably the best. It's, you know, sometimes that might not work out though, and you sometimes just have to recreate the rebar on the other wall. So. And then mirror it along the corner, I guess. Use the other one, the mirror command to the right, yeah. And then go to the corner.
Right here.
Yeah. You probably want to mirror it along, this edge that way. Go down to the bottom corner first. Actually, let's try that one first. That might be easier to explain. So select all your rebar.
Copy. And then you said this one,
Yep.
and then
go down to the bottom corner. Go down further. Yep. Click that corner.
like this one.
Over here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Click that, and then click that corner and go out on a 45-degree angle. 135 is the number you're looking for. It's 40. It'll be sometimes 45. Sometimes it'll be 135.
Okay, yeah. And then I would just extend it accordingly.
Yeah.
And then for this one, which has the car entry, I would just do it twice, kind of, and then split it.
That wall might be just easier to redo it from scratch.
Okay.
Then it'll automatically go around the door.
Okay, that sounds good. And I just had a question for the so for the joists, they only go on the roof, right? Correct.
The joists?
Yeah, because I redid.
The joist should be on every floor.
On every floor, okay. So I just wanted to. This looks correct.
Yep, that looks good.
Okay, so I'll just copy that on each floor. And then for some reason, this door is like not going on each floor for some reason. Is it because my 3D model over here probably didn't have it?
Potentially. Is it a door or is it an opening or what is it?
Yeah, it's like an entrance to the stair.
Well, like, how is it modeled?
Oh, it's just an opening.
So just if you click that opening.
Yeah, it's a door opening.
Click the copy button up here and modify. And go to paste to selected levels.
Okay, and then I would just do it.
Yeah, pick 2 to, yeah. That's fine. Click OK.
Did it create another wall? Or?
Nope.
Okay, and I'll just do that. Same with that one. And for the beams, it's like a lot thinner. Like for example, on my roof plan. Some of them are a lot thicker, and then these ones are a lot thinner. So I'm just curious, like why Is that happening?
Joists are show up thinner because they don't they're like a intermediate span, whereas the beams are thicker because they're a bigger element.
Okay, and because on my level 1, for example, these are like beams. So I don't know why. Because last time I did it, it was fine. It was, for some reason,
Is your floor there? Oh, I know. Click go scroll down.
and also my floor is showing up in my regular plan, but not in my structural plan.
Go over here and scroll down to underlay. Oh, you have none on for underlay. Okay, let's scroll down there. Click, no, you don't want that. You don't want underlay. Underlays should only be used temporarily. They should never stay on fully. So let's click your view range. And yeah, that's probably why. So let's change the cut plane to be -1.
So when it means cut plane, it means like where it's taking the floor plan, basically. Okay.
Make that -6 inches. So that's more in line with what you should be seeing. Click OK. Zoom in farther here. Yeah, the other thing you can just do, I don't know why your beams aren't showing up thicker, but you can just go into here and go to override line weight and go to wide line. And then click the beams, just this one, not the joist. Yeah. And then this one down here. Yeah. So that's one way to fix that.
Okay, and all these are actually beams. So should they be joists instead?
Yeah, they should.
They should be joists. Okay. Okay, so I'll work on that then. And I just had a question, like, can you still see my screen for like a PDF?
I know I cannot see the PDF.
Okay. I was just wondering how to get like, I think this person, he like colored in each thing like separately, so it's more like visibly, you can understand it more. So I was just wondering.
So just go to your detail, go to your 3D or go to a detail or something. And it's all actually the override graphics. So that's, go to your 3D view for a second, and I'll show you how to do it there. So click on your foundation, your footings, right click and go to override graphics in view. And go to by category. And let's change the surface or the projection lines at the top there. And let's make the projection lines red. So pattern, click that, solid. And let's change the color to red. Okay, and then let's change the transparency to 100%. Or let's change it to like 80%. And then click OK.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they basically override all that.
Okay, and is that the same reason why these are all like blue and like different colors?
I'm not, I think those are, click VG on your keyboard.
VG.
And go to analytic model categories at the top. And yeah, so I think just click at the top, the thing that says show analytical models in this view, uncheck that right above where your mouse is. Yeah. And click OK. Yeah. So those shouldn't be showing.
Okay, and then if I were like if I want to like change these another color, I I just right click it and then by category
Yeah.
and projection lines, and then
Yeah. You know, you can make them orange or something, or green, or
would I hit solid?
solid.
Let me just try green for now.
Yellow is a bad color to use, so just stay away from that color.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing you might want to do is add a transparency to those, just so they're not as visible. The other thing, like with graphical stuff, you probably want to be more muted colors. So
Yeah.
it's obviously a bit bright. So if you even, if you go to like, where's my thing here? Go to like this color right here, this like tealy color, and just go there. That's actually not that great. Go to one of the other greens. It's lower. And then just change this to up here. And then move this so it's like down into like this gray, more gray area. Yeah, like something maybe up a little bit higher. Yeah, and do something like right in there or something. Yeah, that's fine. Just click OK. So like I try to find like more muted colors when I'm doing structural stuff. It's just not as in your face.
Okay, and then the transparency. For this, would it apply? Because I'm not seeing any changes really.
It should apply. Yeah, it should apply. Surface transparency. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Because maybe it's like one line.
Leave it on 40% for a second. The problem is we're not really looking at anything that's transparent, right? So click OK. And then look over.
I think it was just this. No.
Well, look more over here because you're looking at, there's nothing behind that, right? So you won't see a transparency.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it's transparent. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, try to pick muted colors for the most part.
Okay. Well, I think that was basically it. And after I finish this, could I submit yesterday on Wednesday? Like I'll be done. I can be done by Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and could you post this? Because
yeah, I'll post it
really help.
right now.
Okay, well, I think I understand this a lot more now.
Cool. Yeah, it's rebar is like something that we don't do very often. So it's, especially as, I don't know if you're in engineering or architecture, but in architecture we don't do a lot of rebar. So
yeah, that's why I wasn't understanding the concept of like how it's like setting up and things like that, but now I do. So
like you'll spec rebar in architecture, or maybe not spec it, but you'll have to understand it. We don't necessarily model it, especially on big projects. You'll probably have a structural engineer that'll do all that. On little projects, there's no point in modeling it. Just you want to spec it. So yeah. Anyways.
Oh, okay, and so all these beams, I would just delete them and replace it with joists.
Yeah, same kind of concept. You want to make sure everything is underneath each other, right?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And I think I just was having trouble with, for example, so for this, I actually just offsetted the floor. I just made it as like a floor because when I was getting it as 0, and then when I was trying to move if I go to my
move the whole beam system down.
What was that?
You have to move the whole beam system down, not the individual members.
So I was trying to, so would it be elevation?
Yes.
So then I would hit like negative.
Yeah, negative 8 inches. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then
And the beams themselves, you have to lower the start and end level offset. So do negative like 10 inches.
Yeah, so this was happening.
So go to the beam system for the one on the left. No, redo that, redo that. Now go to the beam system for this one. Select the beam system.
Oh, okay. How do I select it?
And then click the cut button. And go to paste on selected levels. Roof plane, or roof plan. The other thing, like, we can go pick new host.
Should I hit 0 or?
No, pick new host. And, or click hit exit on the keyboard, or click work plane. Sorry.
Okay.
The beam system.
What do I do?
You have to click the beam system, not the choice.
Oh, yeah.
And go to pick new, and then go to work plane. And then select name and select roof plan. And then click OK. You can just
I go to roof plan.
and then just go back to that section.
So then would I just click it right here?
Yeah. Go back to your section. Click edit work plane, and click pick new host for a second. See if that does anything. Or you could try hitting disassociate. No. Okay, let's try one more thing. So click this beam and cut the beam and paste the beam in the same place.
Select this beam?
Yes.
And you said cut it?
And paste the selected levels.
Then paste.
There you go. Yeah, because it's basically for some reason it's the roof plane is, or the structural beam system is attached to the top of that plate. So when we
Okay. So you think so you suggest what I first do is lower all the beam systems,
yeah,
and then cut and then repaste it.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
All right, let me just try this one real quick. Cut and then oh, this didn't do it.
Yeah, no, it did. So now change the level.
Should I select it and then?
And put a negative 10 inches.
Oh, and then I would have to do the same thing.
Right, so cut it now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, these like little things I like couldn't wrap my head about how to go about it.
It's all good. Yeah, I'll upload this video right now so you can kind of see this if you get stuck again.
Okay, yeah, that's the only thing I needed, I think.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you as well.
Thanks, Nathan. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.